Yeah, correct. At least that's my topic today. We want to introduce how funeral after the murder. This is not only political. This is show how the shows how the this, tragic variant of the political to aim political to ban one of the leader of the young uh, political stream of the mother and supporters of the dog. So the first part of the book, that's start my topic. One day, Russia suggested to Ukraine stop the termination the air war. But here the last message of the Vladimir Putin and the Russian security, one of the first leader of the Russian security council uh, as space deploy of the space forces. This is answer of the submission decision of Donald Trump um, uh, in the um, Alabama, the common point of the space forces of the United States of America and Plata Kimberley. And so the result and understanding that the space forces have not captured of the international system of the agreement of, on the subject of the strategic offensive weapon, including uh, nuclear. And certainly they have a important understand this controversy in the international military law. And but right now, another story is here, how the supplies to the Ukraine, the missiles of long range, um, go back at the second. How the, if here the Ukraine showed how the success allows to the increasing health of the Ukraine if helps success. If you remember how the Ukraine forces have attention is the coast progress, Pentagon immediately help to package 125 million and in week 125 year million US dollars. And when Russia attacked by the drone drone missiles mixing against Ukraine, immediately Ukraine supporters supplies to the Ukraine and air defense means. So right now the air defense is the real war with the all means of this is a fight. If you remember, one day I noted how the Moscow region and Crimea were close by the Russian defense, air defense. And right now we have information by not only Russian media, by the foreign agents, so by the Russian law, how the Russian air drone near Jankoy, the North Ukraine, had had been tested, had been heated the Ukraine drones and three helicopters, and a radio station were brought. And it's very interesting. The next day, Ukraine forces and even the Russian media supported uh, confirmed the how the Faros story with the government villages, and here this is not very important. The government villages and another many than 16 people were died by this story. It's very interesting how the Ukraine drones attacking Crimea, not only oil plants, Gaza oil stations, etc. But right now, right now Russian media said Russian tourists in the rest of Crimea allocated 400,000 people, and certainly this is a story very dangerous for but another story. And the next day, and the next night, sorry, Ukraine forces attacked Moscow region, and here this is a testified how the Russian drone stopped a national to supply air weapon into the military forces. So the drones attack against Leningrad Oblast. Leningrad statue demonstrated how the here we have not the information about the um, big air defense, air weapons in the Leningrad Oblast. And right now, Ukraine drone forces concentrated, focused all forces and another means against the Moscow region. Certainly, here the Crimea story right now. This is the tricky military tricky. This is military tricky, and but and um, the Russian ground offensive continue, and it's for the avoid the allegation about the big losses. Russian media told about how they attacked Ukraine forces in Donetsk, Oblast, Zaporozhye Oblast, about the small and little groups, even two or three soldiers go of the attack. So it's very interesting uh, how we have not here uh, in the front line the whole line of defense. And here, this is a moving defense. And so, but I remember that here, the Ukraine forces have a benefit because here the Ukraine forces this is their territory, and have experience Ukraine forces have experience in mobile. So this is, I think, here this is in the ground front, and the ground front. This is usually trap for the um, execution of the Russian forces. Certainly, the losses from the um, big, maybe two or three soldiers per day. But right now, the BBC and Medusa foreign Russian foreign armies. So evidence is how the 50,000 mobilized, not contracted. If you remember, 3 years ago, the anniversary how the Russia announced the mobilized, and we have not arrived. He just so sorry. Russian Security Council uh, didn't send information about how much people were mobilized, but we have all information how the 50,000 mobilized were killed in the Ukraine front. And another story from the I don't remember 113 or 133 soldiers have confined were killed in the Ukraine. Confused with that, but and certainly this is a story which I told about Mark to think for the father losses not very profit for the Russian military. But it's very interesting in sociology. Full contract, including Moscow, 242 or 42 Moscow people, Moscow's citizens, Moscow citizenship were killed in the Ukraine, and this um, very it is how uh, by sociology contract with the Arbaskas. They signed usually the people who have not good job, so called the low strata of the Russian societies. So, and, but we have two direction of it. So mostly people will be killed in the war, and some of them will go return back in the motherland and will do the catch own right, touch own right by the. This is such as not lieutenants, such as and ordinary ascetics. This is then consequences after the war will be very heavy for the Russian societies and the local governments, local people. So thank you. See you later. Bye bye.